Alright guys, welcome. And here we have the Yeezy V2 350 Boost Beluga. Actually KO, which means it's a replica. We picked these up from China and I thought, you know what, let's give you guys a look at these, show you guys what's out there on the market and how easy it is to get scanned, because the thing with replicas is the more time that has elapsed since they've come out, the better the replica gets, and this is what we're seeing here. Like, the Chinese make the best fakes, we know that, and here are the belugas. So let's just take a look at these, and starting from the lateral side. So we'll slowly go around and I'll just kind of talk through it. So you can see that stripe on the back fades early, which I've seen on some pairs, some authentic pairs, and you can see how narrow it is here, which is almost quite on point with respect to the authentic pairs. And then here's the medial side. So you can see you got the pattern here. You can see sort of the boost through the sole. This is all quite accurate. And then let's come around to the front. And yeah, the silhouette, the general shape is also correct too. Let's get the lace out of the way. And you can see the stripe as well. It doesn't fade too late, doesn't fade too early. Another thing which is quite interesting was they managed to get the Adidas right here on the front of the sole, and it's actually quite accurate. So yeah, that's just a quick look at it. So I thought I'll go through some tips on legit checking it so you guys make sure you're getting the real deal, because often these are going for over $1,000 easily. So if you want to get a pair, you want to make sure it's real, you want to make sure it's authentic. So let's get right to it. um, First things first, smell the shoe. This is going to be a bit difficult for those of you that don't own that many Yeezys or haven't actually got your hands on that many, but if you smell it, it gives you a really good indication of the authenticity of the shoe. These don't smell like your usual ones, so that would be a tip off for those of you that do know what it smells like. I mean, to be honest, there isn't that much wrong with it. As in, this is what I was saying to you, the replicas are getting really good out there. The shape is right. They got the stripe, the colors, the pattern. I mean, let's take a look at the bottom. Look at the boost as well. As in, the boost is quite well done. And but what I will say is, again, this is why it's important to get your hands on some Yeezys, or at least if your friends have got Yeezys, take a look at them. Maybe if you can go to the store and get and feel what real boost feels like, you'll get a good idea of it. The boost on this is soft, but it's just a bit too stiff. And if you could identify that and you could feel sort of that extra stiffness, it will give you maybe some hints or maybe arouse your suspicions as to the legitimacy of this pair. The best way, however, to tell, I'd say, would be look at the insole. So let me just grab that for you guys real quick. Okay. So here's the insole. So generally, shape of the insole is correct. What I will say though is, where it says Yeezy here, this font is not thick enough. Look at the thickness compared to Adidas. Yeah, that's quite thick. That's not that thick. So yeah, just take a look at that and be wary of that. But best way to tell, look at this bit on the insole. Now, let's get right in there. This is really, really good in terms of replicating what the insole actually looks like. What I will say though is that the features aren't sharp enough on sort of the carving of the Adidas logo, and also it's not flat enough. When I'm running my finger across, a very prominent bulges. It's not quite flat enough. To give you guys a better idea of this, I'm going to put a picture up now. Always take a look at the insole. It's a really, really good way to check the legitimacy of the pair, and just noticed how a lot of the lines, they're quite, especially on this part of the logo, they're quite rounded. They're not very sharp, so that's always something that's good to look at with these pairs. But as I said before, genuinely, I think these are really good knockoffs, and I think if most people saw these on foot, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Some might say that sort of the stitching here isn't tight enough. I think it is. I think it does a good job of that. But this is what you're dealing with. So stay smart out there, and I hope this was useful to you. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have a really interesting video coming up on seeing whether or not people can identify these as being real or fake. So stay tuned to that. Take care, guys, and be smart.